Okay. All right. Look. Look. Okay. So we are in we are in week two of they're like kind of being files but no files, but like there's kind of like we don't know, but he doesn't know, but he knows, but he doesn't remember, but he wasn't there, but even if he was there, it's not what you think. But like it's a lot going on, right? And so with everything that fell out with Trump last week, now you have people being like, release the Epstein files, release the Epstein files, release the Epstein files, right? And in prison is Ghislaine Maxwell. Now, in case you're not familiar with Ghislaine Maxwell, like one of the central people to this case, she trafficked for Jeffrey Epstein, right? And she is still alive somehow, and in prison, okay? Yeah, so she's still alive in prison, right? And she actually got 20 years for her part in this trafficking. And so now with Trump calling Epstein a hoax, there's been a lot of, how do I put this? There's been a lot of unintelligible takes on if he's saying the entire thing is a hoax or just his involvement is a hoax, or no one can really tell. There's not a lot of like centered messaging on what is supposed to be the narrative here. And because of that, now you got Ghislaine and her lawyers from prison being like, oh, well, if it's a hoax. No, I'm just saying if like nobody got trafficked to anybody, then I'd like to appeal, right? And then there's people that are like, the client list, we need the client list, we need the little black book, we need the client list, why won't they release things? And then you even had Democrats saying in the House, like, we want to release the files, and they put it to a vote, and Republicans voted to block that release. And they voted to block that release, they said, because, oh, it was part of another bill and it would have passed a bunch of stuff we don't want to pass. So then a bipartisan group went out and they were like, now we should vote on this, and it's Epstein stuff only, right? So everyone's like, release the files, right? And then Ghislaine is like, I got the files. I got them in my head. Like, I'll tell you right now, which is such a crazy thing to me to watch. If you've been watching this whole thing take place, Ghislaine got arrested in like 2020. I think she got sentenced in like 2022, and she's been in jail this whole time. Why is she just now saying, I got the list? It feels like when your boy who like really thought he was gangster finally goes to jail and gets like the first roach in his sandwich, and he's like, I'll tell anything you need me to know, like anybody. If you have any questions, I will answer follow-up questions. Just please get me out of here. I think there's rats in the cheese, please. And so you had Trump really stressing this week, stressing hard, going back and forth with people. This man's getting more comfortable cursing out loud and on text. Like, he's crazy. Just like decorum's fully out the window. Like, there wasn't much of it to begin with, but now he's just like, ah! And this is the other thing that trips me up, is that they're throwing everything they can in front of this like Epstein monster, like Pac-Man, right? Let's just throw this while we run away. And they never admit that Trump isn't doing well in any way, ever. And then they came out saying he had chronic venous, I don't really know what that third word is, I'm not gonna lie to you. But basically he got chronic veins or something. I don't know if that means he got extra, or I don't know what it is, but it's affecting, his health a little bit, and his hand looks His hand looks like he got an ace bandage on it, but like that's his skin, right? And so I saw that and I was like, wow, they must really want this thing to go. Talk about anything else, please. And then just today, Tulsi Gabbard released these Obama Russia files. You know the files everybody's talking about. You know the files that just last week were like, when they gonna release those Obama Russia files? Why can't they get the Obama? What is Obama hiding? All right, we want his Russia files. You know we've been hungry, thirsty for some Obama Russian files. Ooh, I can't wait to. I can taste them. Let me get those Obama Russia files. That's so bad. That's so bad. It means you have nothing. You truly have nothing to throw in the way of this thing because Obama Russia file, you won. You won in 2016, you won in 2024. I haven't read the Obama Russia files, admittedly. I haven't read them yet. But I have a spoiler alert for you. Trump came out on top. And he over here stressing when he could have just done nothing. Eventually, he's in the White House, he's asked about it, and he's like, look, if Pam Bondi finds anything credible, she can release it. That's all he had to say the whole time. He could have avoided this entire thing if he had just said that, look, if the AG finds something credible, she can release it. And then people really don't have much to say because it's like, that's what they want. He says you're going to get it. I don't know if that's true, but like, that's all you have to do. Keep your calm, play it cool. Instead, he was like, why would you, And it's because he felt caught. And the only people who within this week have been as caught as Trump and reacted as badly was that couple at the Coldplay concert. I thought I was shocked when I saw like Trump's Epstein files tweets, right? This thing, the clip is about 14 seconds. I've been watching it for 20 hours. Okay, all right. In case you haven't seen this, it's a Coldplay concert, right? Coldplaying. Coldplay doing their thing, all right? Being cold. Coldplaying particularly hard that night. And they did this thing that's becoming more popular at big concerts because Coldplay doing like a stadium. And there's a thing that you can do at a public event, like an entertainment event, whether it's sports, whether it's music, whatever, where you can put out a cam into the audience. And I don't know how to describe it, but when you do that, it does make the entire thing, as big as it is, feel more intimate. Because now you're over here enjoying Coldplay and you see the other people there enjoying Coldplay and they're just like you. And they're just as excited to be on the screen as you would be to be on the screen. And they're having such a good time, you know? And so you're like, this is amazing. We're all here together enjoying this thing. I genuinely like those cams because it reminds us that we're all doing the same thing, having a good time, you know? And if we're all doing the same thing, having a good time, maybe we're more alike than we think. If we're more alike than we think, then maybe when we leave the basketball game, when we leave the show, whatever, we have less reason to argue. We have less reason to look at each other as like just completely different entities. It's like, you're just like me. You like Coldplay. You know, and I'm not a big enough act to do like a stadium or anything like that. I don't really have screens at my shows and stuff. But I heard that the CEO of the largest tech firm in Louisville was here tonight, and so I brought a cam out tonight. If you want to. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I can't afford that at all. No, but if you didn't see the clip, is basically Coldplay throwing people up on the cam and having little interactions or like playing a little something just for them or just commenting on how sweet people look. And they're going, people. And then they go to this couple. It's not just any couple. They go to a couple holding each other Titanic style. And to be fair to her, she didn't have the arms out like Rose. She was holding his arms. And then Chris Martin is like, look at this couple. And I don't know, okay. This is where I wish I knew more about like technology and the brain and stuff like that. Because the same way that there is latency on the internet and there's a delay on a call where sometimes you can hear yourself in someone else's side of the phone call. And you can hear how you spoke, but there's a delay. It's like a second later, you hear your own voice, what you just said as you're speaking. So it takes a second. And I don't know, because I've never been in a situation where I've been on a big camera like that, the amount of time it takes your brain to register that that's you that you looking at. Because they're over here, Titanic style. If you've ever seen the film Titanic, and if you're a 90s baby, you know that when Titanic came out initially, home release, it was on VHS. And it's such a long movie, it's such an epic, that there were 2 VHS tapes. If you're young and you don't know what a VHS is, don't tell anybody that. Keep that to yourself and Google it, all right? It makes people feel bad when we have to explain that we used to have to basically bring a projector home inside a hard casing and then put it in a VCR. If you don't know what a VCR is, that's some other letters you don't need to worry about, okay? You're never gonna come in contact with them in your life, but you would put the VHS into the VCR, you would hit play. You understand play, right? You're not too young for play. You would hit play and it would play the thing like it does on demand, but we didn't have on demand yet. Netflix wasn't born yet. We didn't know what streaming was. And Titanic came out, and it was such a long movie. I hadn't seen this 2 VHSs. I hadn't seen that since Charlton Heston's 10 Commandments. If you're too young to know what Charlton Heston's 10 Commandments are, it is also a film, but that film is almost as old as the people the film is about, all right? That movie is about Moses, who probably had a VCR, really. Like when you think about how long ago Moses was and when we used VCRs. But Titanic came home with you. It had 2 VHS tapes. And you watch the first VHS tape of Titanic, and it plays till about half the movie. And then it tells you to enter tape 2. Tape 2, which will be far more depressing. If you were like me and you shopped at a lot of like thrift stores, sometimes when you go to a thrift store, you don't get to get the thing the way it was intended when it was sold. You might go to a thrift store and buy Titanic and think you got all the Titanic in one VHS tape. And then bring Titanic home and watch Titanic, but you only watch tape 1. And so you don't even know that there's a tape 2 until the end of the VHS where it says insert tape 2, and you don't have it. So you're like, all right, I'm just gonna have to settle with what I got, which was a very sweet story about 2 people who met on an epic adventure. I think I'm willing to leave it there. And it's not until years later you find out the horror that is Titanic Part 2. Part 2 where everything going awry. And all I can say is the first 2 seconds that this couple was on the kiss cam looked a lot like Titanic VHS tape 1. And then when they realize that they are the camera, it looks a whole like Titanic VHS tape 2. Honestly, they look like they on the Titanic. When about tape 2 takes place. And so you see them. And this is where things went wrong. Because rather than just playing it cool, than just, chilling, the woman immediately covers her face and whips around. Okay. All right. Look. Look. Don't judge, okay? When I was a kid, there were kids in my neighborhood who went a totally different direction than I did, right? And sometimes I'd hear about them, and you especially hear about them if you stop seeing them around. And I quickly got used to the idea that if I hadn't seen somebody a long time, they probably didn't just move away. They may have been locked up. Something may have happened to them, right? And there was a kid who was nice enough a few blocks down. Sometimes I would walk to work in the morning, and it was a long walk. And I would pass his house, and sometimes he'd be out front of his house with people. I'd say hi, they'd say hi. We weren't like close or anything. And one day when I was back home from college, I went to this hookah lounge with my friends. And at the hookah lounge were the guys who I used to pass by when I was in high school, working that job, running every day to work. And I asked them where, the fourth was, the dude that was usually with them. And they were like, oh, yeah, no, he doing a little time. I was like, what happened? And they were like, well, he ran up in this store to rob it. And, he had like, he was pretending to have a gun and everything. And not only did he not have a gun, the store clerk wasn't scared of him. And so he's over here doing one of these. Let's talk about this real quick. Because I've known people who have had people run up on them and they didn't see the gun, but they were sure they had a gun because of the way they moved with it, right? A little bit of weight to it. Maybe it was tucked. Maybe it was in the pocket. But there was just a slight motion that they had. There was just a way that they were behaving where if they didn't have a gun, this is some great acting. But this man, he ran up into the store. Give me everything. Do it now. I'm not messing around. I would hate for this to go off. And so the store clerk kept his cool, and he was like, no. He's like, what do you mean? I am armed, ready to kill. Oh, you don't think I'll do it? I'm crazy. And the store clerk, apparently, according to their story, told me, I don't think you'll do anything because... And he points up, and he looked up at the corner, and he was on camera without a mask. And so apparently he went, and walked out the store. I understand the immediate reaction to want to cover your face when you realize you're on camera. But don't do it with your fake gun hand. But he got arrested for rolling up in there and even the attempt and everything. And so he did a little time in jail. And I'm just saying, you're on the kiss cam, and immediately something seems awry when you go, oh! And that by itself wouldn't have actually been that bad. No, I'll tell you right now, this is what I firmly believe. I truly believe this from the bottom of my heart. I think that obviously, there's something up when you see yourself on the cam and go, oh, and then you turn around. But like Chris Martin said, later in the video, maybe shy. Maybe you're shy. And if only one of them had reacted badly, if only one of them had reacted badly, they might not be in this situation. But She went, oh! And then the man just starts to sink. Where did he go? No, for real, where did this dude go? This man didn't just duck under what he thought the camera could cover. This man got caught. She turned around and he went, ooh, But like, where did he go? Like, truly, where was he? He never comes back. Did he open a portal? He might have been in an abyss. This was one of the crazy, because then he's gone and then she's just standing there. And in my head, I'm like, I don't know where their seats are, but it seems like he jumped. I was crying. This man went under everyone, I suppose. Fully disappeared. And then Chris Martin went, either that couple is really shy or they're having an affair. And the internet said, or? No, that's an affair, dog. Tried to be gracious just in case, but nah. That was wild, and then we didn't know it yet. But there was another woman off to the side that presumably knows everything that's happening with them. And wow, people find out quick. The internet works quick. Internet was like, I got all night. I'm not at the Coldplay concert. And within hours, people found this dude's name, where he worked. They found her. They found out that they weren't married to each other. This man married, and then, the internet did a thing where, look. I do think it's important that people know the truth about what's happening in their lives. And I can only hope, like genuinely hope, that the people that reached out to that dude's wife did it with at least some tact. But a lot of people reached out to her, commented, this is where your husband's at. He's at the Coldplay concert. The Coldplay concert, from my research, isn't even that far from where you live because I already went ahead and doxed him. I just want you to know. And so then people looked him up, and then they looked her up, and early into people looking her up, she had changed her last name on social, apparently. Knocked his name off. And then it looks like she deleted or made private her socials altogether, which I completely understand. And then people started looking into him. And this is the thing about treating people badly. As soon as something blows up like this, anything you ever did comes out. This dude cheating on his wife, and then other people were giving their little testimonies. Oh, I worked with him. He's actually terrible. He makes toxic work environments. He's incredibly abusive to his employees, saying all this stuff, right? And I don't know if these people actually work with him or not. It's so hard to tell what about this is real versus like people just trying to get in versus people trying to be part of it and stuff. And then I had a moment, genuinely, I had a moment where I was like, what if? Let's entertain for a second. What if this isn't real? I genuinely thought, because some of the kiss cam stunts, some of the things they do at sports games are like completely fake. They'll be like a fake proposal just to like make everybody laugh and maybe go viral, and maybe they'll sell some more like Bruins tickets. And then I even thought to myself, okay, you don't really see this happen in music. So maybe, what if? What if this was Coldplay? What if Coldplay was like, look, this is what we gonna do, all right? We're gonna get the cam up, we're gonna show a bunch of people, we're gonna get it on one couple. They're gonna freak out, Jerry Springer style, all right? One of them gonna duck, he's never gonna come back. He disappears for life. She stands there. The lady next to her, who is supposedly her friend, laughs at their lives crumbling in front of her. It'll go viral. Everybody will be talking about the Coldplay concert. Everybody will be talking about what song we played right before it happened. Genuinely, you have to entertain a lot of things when you're trying to sift through if something's real or not. You have to be skeptical of everything. And I thought about it, and then I saw how Chris Martin moved on after that. And then I saw a wide shot, and I saw that the stadium looked sold out. So I was like, actually, it looks like Coldplay is doing fine. That theory is in the dirt. This looks very real. And then I thought about the company, Andy, his name is Andy. Andy works at a company called Astronomer. I had never heard of Astronomer. I don't think anybody was talking about Astronomer 2 days ago. So then for a second I was like, what if? Astronomer, a tech company, hire Coldplay to do a stadium show. Coldplay does the stadium show. They have all their fans there. The fans don't know that Coldplay's getting a little bit of money on the side for what's about to happen. And then they throw the camera on the CEO. They throw the camera on the CEO and another employee. And then they create this whole scandal. Now, all of a sudden, everybody's talking about Astronomer. What is Astronomer? Oh, it's an AI company. What do? Oh, they help manage workflow. These are conversations nobody was having 2 days ago. The assumption when you're in the news, when there's a scandal with your CEO, is that your stock price could drop. I don't know if it's a public company, but if the stock price is dropping, seems like a good time to buy. Maybe that's when they buy back their own stock. And then as soon as I was sitting in my room thinking all this, I was like, I think I've been too deep in this Epstein thing. Like, I think that maybe I have a problem. And I just it's really changing how my brain works. And then there's the fallout of this dude, not only is he caught cheating in front of thousands of people, in front of the internet, but also we find out he's a CEO. We're not gonna find much grace there. People aren't really fans of CEOs right now. And then on top of being a CEO, he's a billionaire. You basically made a Venn diagram of the three people that people hate the most. and it's a circle with your name in it. Because it is a terrible thing. A terrible thing that happened. And I just think about how that's something that happens like now. You know, our grandparents, our great-great-parents would have never got caught. No, people's grandparents had whole extra families. And as long as you were willing to be a gentleman about it and really take care of both families, they never met. You know, you went on your family vacation with one family beginning of the summer, family vacation with a second family at the end of the summer, because there used to just be more affordability in the US. A lot of people talk about how back in my day, I could buy a house right out of college. And it's like, yes, and afford an extra family. Don't forget that. I've talked about this before. I've known people growing up who had like that thing happen, where the granddad, they have like cousins and like half brothers and sisters because of what the granddad did back in the day. And he was doing that on a job that doesn't even exist anymore. That's how much things have changed. This man had 2 whole families as a traveling fork salesman. This man would just go up to people's doors and be like, look, eventually in your life, you will come across some spaghetti. And when that happens, you'll want to be, he sounded like life insurance, you're going to want to be ready when that spaghetti is in front of you, all right? You don't want to be sitting here like a fool with a knife and a spoon. You want to be ready with that spaghetti, all right? And how you get ready? My forks. I got the best forks. My forks can do anything. I got fine dining forks. I got regular forks. I got the nickel forks. You know those forks made of nickel they'll never rust because they're always kind of rusty. If you need forks, I can get it right, all right? Got all types of forks. I got the 4-prong. I got the 3-prong. I got he bad accountant. And then people let him in. He's like, looking at this, was it two bedroom house? How many kids you got? Oh, you got 3 kids in a 2-bedroom house? You're gonna need at least 16 forks. Made his living selling forks. One day, somebody opened the door for this man and he's immediately smitten. Oh, hello. She's like, yes, how can I help you? He's like, oh, I was trying to, I had this briefcase where I was trying to like fork you, like I just want to, no, I'm trying to give you fork. I mean, I'm trying to sell you forks. I sell forks. My name is John. And then she lets him in. And they get to talking about forks. And then about other things. And he doesn't tell her he's got a wife at home. And they start an affair. An affair where maybe she knows about the wife, maybe she doesn't. But then things grow. They feel like they're in love. They're like, let's get married. He marries her. Now he's got 2 fork families to support. Now he's got to sell forks harder than ever. He's got to go to as many doors as possible because the kids need braces, all of them. No, just he sells as many forks as he can, and then one day, one fateful day, sadly, a Sears opens. He's out of business immediately. If you're young and you don't know what Sears is, it was like a department slash everything store where basically it was like Amazon, but you had to go. There was no click. You had to leave the house to go to Amazon, and then you had to go put everything in your cart yourself, and then you had to buy it yourself. It was like working at the factory at Amazon, except you just grabbed what you needed and you left. But then one day Sears opens, he realizes he's ruined. What else is he gonna do? He's only good at selling forks. You know? And so he has to sit his family down. Be like, look, I'll be right back. I'm going to get cigarettes. And then he goes to his other home, his other family, and he's like, sit down, y'all. I have something to tell you. It's important. I have to go get cigarettes. And then he would go off and he'd have his own life, and he would die with a lot of life insurance, and then the two families wouldn't meet each other until it was time to collect. And that was the gentlemanly way to cheat in the 30s. All right? Because a CEO of a company dating, openly cheating with, I didn't know this was a real title, with the CPO, which CPO, I found out today, stands for Chief People Officer, which sounds like the most made up job I've ever heard in my entire life. That job sounds very fake. Chief People Officer sounds like what you say at Thanksgiving when you go home unemployed, knowing that your brother is a doctor and your sister's a lawyer. I'm the Chief People Officer. Oh, and I'm Master of Business. That is crazy. I know it's a real job, I know it's a real title and everything, but just, you could have named it something else. To say that you're in the C-suite, just Chief People Officer, really sounds like it was not on anyone's mind before the name came out of their mouth. It's like, we have to give her a title. What's the title? She's head of HR. No, she was already head of HR. She got promoted. What is she over again? HR and personnel and hiring. It's like, okay, Chief People Officer? I don't know. No, it was crazy. Crazy. And now it just recolors everything with that company. Now they're probably having an investigation right now. You know? Makes you take a second look at everything that happened between them, like performance reviews. Apparently, in one of the performance reviews, the CEO said that the CPO, this is what I read, this might not be right, because everybody talking. But apparently the CEO said the CPO had deeply extensive and impressive knowledge. And that's nasty. I know what he's trying to say. No. That is inappropriate, if anything. I hope they take you down just for that. That's unacceptable. You know? You shouldn't do things that you know are wrong. And I think when you get caught, it's also important to know you're caught and to handle it as best as possible. And I think that as far as that kiss cam couple goes, the only way they could have handled that thing worse was if they had held up signs that said there are no Epstein files. Like, welcome to the Josh Johnson Show. I'm Josh Johnson, joined by my co-host, fellow stand-up comedian Logan Nielsen. Logan, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing all right, man. How are you?
I'm all right. I had a thing on Sunday. Everything has changed since Sunday.
Everything changed on Sunday?
Yeah.
Define everything.
Well, I woke up. I felt all right, but I woke up and this is going to sound worse than it is because I'm not using the right words.
I was covered in blood.
Well, I'm not using the right words to describe it, so it's going to make it sound sad, but it's not sad. I'll explain the whole thing.
Okay.
I woke up on Sunday and I didn't quite like myself. Like I don't hate myself for my life or anything like that.
Right.
But I was like, I don't feel good and I'm tired of not feeling good. And luckily I know just about everything that could make me feel good. Right.
Okay.
So I was like, I need to start taking care of myself. I'm already not I'm not super unhealthy or anything. I try to work out and stuff, but when you know what you should do and you don't do it, and it's a thing that is fulfilling, it makes you bummed out.
Yeah.
And I was feeling that all day Sunday. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to look up just general nutrition stuff. I'm going to look up some nutrition stuff that might make me feel better. Because you know how there's certain things you can even eat naturally that improve mood and stuff like that.
This is your new thing. You've been on this a lot more because you had this when we were in Richmond. When we were there.
Yeah,
you went on a big long. I saw you for 2 minutes, and then you just had a 10-minute rant about the chemicals and the process or the approvals of foods.
Yeah.
So this is this is your new bugaboo a little bit. This is your new
and it's not even
you.
A health food thing. It's just I know there are things that taste good that make me feel bad.
Yeah.
I'm not even becoming vegan.
As he takes a drink of whiskey.
Yeah, it's I'm not becoming vegan. I'm not doing anything drastic. I'm just let me be more mindful of that stuff. Anyway,
right.
I joined a gym. Okay. And just got back into did some light workouts the last few days, and so I feel pretty good.
You joined a gym Sunday? You were just I'm not feeling great. I'm gonna go join a gym.
Yeah, it was a cheap gym.
I mean, still,
I'm not shelling out money.
I mean, good for you though. That's the hardest thing to do. Is well, I'm gonna go do that thing then. That's a difficult thing to actually the next step to take.
I will say though that this is the deceptive part. It's actually. That's the easiest part. To just give them the money, I still haven't done anything to improve my life.
Fair. So then, but still though, you were I should join a gym, and you went and joined a gym.
Yeah, and
I've thought I should join a gym a lot of times, never done it.
I mean, it's a bit of a trap because you have to remind yourself that you have a gym membership every day, because now it's up to me to not waste the money.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I don't want to lose money on this. Yeah.
And so then the whole reason I brought this up, the last thing that I added that I've never done before in life, but I'm making a point to do it now, is to be fully, when I say fully, I mean like at the scientific limits of fully hydrated, right? I've never even attempted this in my life before, but this is insane. It's
buckle up for another
water.
Adventure, gang. Joshy gets wet. Here we are.
It's so much water, dude. It's
yeah. When you actually make sure you drink the recommended amount, it is a lot.
Well, this is what's actually crazy about it. I don't know if you already knew this, but the amount of water that you should be drinking to lose weight and the amount of water that you should be drinking to build muscle are almost identical, and it's a ton.
Mm-hmm.
And that's mind blowing to me, though.
I mean, I've heard several different amounts of what you should drink in a day, but also it does kind of change depending on what you do in a day a little bit.
Yeah. Like I checked, because here's the thing. I was so scared giving myself water poisoning that I checked every type of way to, do the math on how, just on how much I should
Is it
be.
technically called water poisoning?
Yeah.
Okay.
You have so much water that your kidneys don't know what to do with it. So that your kidneys
Right.
literally just start giving it away.
Because that's what happened. Isn't that what happened to that lady in that radio contest thing? This is like 5 years ago or whatever. Did you remember hearing about this?
No, I don't remember this at all.
It was in like Australia. It was a big story because it was like a morning radio show, and then the competition was like they had people come in. It was to win tickets to something or some shit, and they had them like drink as much water as they could, and then it was like whoever could hold it the longest or whatever, like go into the bathroom, like whoever could hold it the longest, and then like this lady, like her kidneys shut down and she died because of a fucking radio competition.
You would like to think that your bladder isn't more powerful than common sense. Like, I'd like to think my bladder couldn't will me dead.
Right. But I think that's what happened there. I think that was technically what it was.
Well, what ends up happening, so there's a person that I think you and I both know, but just in case this is like giving away something at her job, I don't want to say her name, but she used to give hikes. Like, she used to be the tour. What is it called? It's like she was basically just like the guide for hikes when she lived in Colorado. And I don't know,
like at a specific park, probably a national park, I'm guessing. Yeah.
And she said that it would be so hot, and there'd be so many warnings about make sure you're hydrated enough, that a lot of people, she basically said once a week someone would drink so much water that they would get sick, and they would think that sickness was dehydration because the symptoms of being overly hydrated and dehydrated are identical.
Right. Yeah.
And so then they would drink so much water that then they got sicker, and then they like passed out, and then they have to be carried down the mountain or whatever. Mm-hmm. And so all this I bring up because I have been trying to drink the appropriate amount of water to build muscle, and it is far too much. I've been to the bathroom. I know bathrooms now. Like I think I know. I think I know handles in a way I never noticed handles before. Like, I'm running to so many bathrooms so consistently that I'm really starting to notice things about bath. I used to be an in and out guy, and now it's a while that I'm standing there, and I'm clearly very hydrated.
Yeah.
And I feel great. I've been sleeping better. It's like, it's the catch-22. It's literally like if someone gave you a superpower, but you had to go to the bathroom all the time. Like if Superman had to pee every 20 minutes.
I mean, to continue growing the mythos we've built the last couple episodes, I think this is the downside to being the Josh Ice superhero. Is because with all that ice power comes so much moisture.
Yeah,
you just all
have
the time.
to pee all the time. Because,
I bet Iceman was pissing all the time.
Dude,
that guy was probably pissing all the time. He's made of water.
My body's like, already I can feel myself feeling a bit better throughout the day, less fatigue, my sleep is great. All these great things are happening, but I have to pee so much that it's almost not worth it. I'm almost like, let me feel like trash again just to not be in a bathroom for half an hour. No, not half an hour. I mean, a half an hour go by without needing to go to the bathroom.
I know what you mean. Yeah, I know what you mean.
But it's caused, okay. I know that this has happened to many people. I am not special in this way, but this is the most recent time that it's happened, right?
I'm not the first man to have to piss.
Yeah. Not even the
many
third.
Before me.
And so I was at a show, and the line got very long because there was a person in the bathroom that clearly needed it. Like as impatient as I get waiting for the bathroom sometimes, I never want someone to come out early. Please don't do that. You be in there as long as you need to be in there, because it was way worse for everybody if you come out too early than you stay in there a little long, you know?
Okay. What do you mean is happening if they come out early?
I'm just saying, like you
Pants
can.
still down.
I'm
They
saying
didn't even finish.
there are people in life. Just we've all been to junior high. We've all been in situations where someone is more embarrassed than they let their logic take over, right? So the embarrassment trumps the logic, and they're like, "Oh yeah, let me hurry up, blah blah blah." And so then like they'll like come out of the bathroom, and the best example I've seen of it is when this guy rushed out of the bathroom because somebody was banging on the door, and you could see a little drip drip dribble on his pants, and it's like, yeah, because my man wasn't done. He got bullied into trying to force his body to be done, and that's not how bodies work. And so anyway, I'm in line for the bathroom. There's two bathrooms. One line is getting incredibly long because someone in there is clearly having a time. Like a true struggle. Okay.
An emergency in public.
We don't hear anything, but because we don't hear anything, it's almost worse. All right. He might be dead. Okay.
It's too quiet for something normal to be happening in there.
No, it's far too quiet. So then
I know exactly what you mean.
Then, like, because you know what?
Where you start being like, is someone in there, or we have just not checked the door fully? Is it just a heavy door?
Yeah. You know when when it's so quiet. Do you know when it's so quiet that it makes the space around it quiet? Like it's so quiet in that bathroom.
That loud silence.
Yeah, it's so quiet in the bathroom that as you get close to the bathroom, you literally just start not hearing anything. Like you have to go hello out loud just to make sure you are still with us, you know? Like a car didn't fly through a window like Spider-Man 2 and you're in purgatory now and this is the line, you know? Anyway, I'm in one of the lines. The other line's not moving. So some people start jumping over to my line, okay? And everyone is like varying degrees of needing to go. I have to go in a fairly modest way, you know? Like I'm like, let me be responsible. I'm trying to be an adult about it because I know I'll have to go badly in 5 minutes, right? So let me just -5. What?
I took a drink right as you said in a modest way, and that wording just it made me laugh. I had to hold the liquid in my mouth.
Yeah, I'm not desperate, you know? I'm not like, you know, those people who
I don't need it, okay?
Yeah, you know those people that don't plan well, and so it's like them having to go to the bathroom is like them being late on their rent, and they're like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's like, well, you've had options all day, all right? If you had paid attention and planned ahead, you'd be fine right now, all right? So anyway, some people are starting to jump into my line, and I'm not even near the front, okay? And every single person in this line is like, they're obviously also all varying degrees of needing to go, right? We are a rainbow of
piss.
Yellow, yeah. And
50 shades of yellow. Here we go.
Yeah.
Ready?
And so basically, I am right now. I'm chilling, right? Like I'm noticing things. I'm also trying to make an effort to be on my phone a little less. So I'm like looking around and like, you know, being nosy, overhearing conversations, stuff like that. And then, and then I'm noticing how when I look behind me, there are people that are doing the thing where they're looking like they're sticking their head out the line. You know what I'm talking about? There's a line and you wouldn't see anything, and then you see their head like off to the left. And is getting that, you know, that like I'm about to ask for the manager type vibe some people put out where they try to get people to argue alongside them. So you know, they'll be like, oh, right?
They want to start a revolution at whoever's in the bathroom right now.
Yeah, and they're like, I mean, how long does it take? You know, there was a woman that literally was like, how long does it take? And it's like, it does take as long as it takes. It depends on the
takes as long as it
time. It
takes.
depends on the person. You know,
And I'm like you too. I'm a little bit of like, yeah, take your time in there because people got health issues.
Yeah.
We all eat different things, which do different horrible things to our bodies.
Yeah.
Like, listen,
and so
I don't blame you.
and so I'm like, I'm like, ah, man, one of these because she was not stopping. She was like, I mean, how long does it take? You know, like it's like we all have to go. Yeah, I mean, and I was like, ah, all right. You know,
Where
whatever.
was this at again? Where was this at?
I don't want to say because of what's gonna happen.
Well, I mean, what type of establishment? I guess like restaurant. Was it
Oh, it was a club.
what genre? A club.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
and so
That's all I wanted to know because I'm like that also depends too. Like, yeah, if I'm in like a dive bar at night and there's only like one small bathroom, it's like, yeah, don't go in there and take a shit. Come on, like just don't. Plan your day around that. Like that's a piss hole is what that is for. Okay, don't go in there and do something like that.
Sure, yeah. It is funny. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so then she's not stopping, and it's also loud in there. So it's like the fact that I can hear her means she's being very loud because she's not behind me in line close.
Oh, okay. Okay.
The line is actually getting so long they had to wrap the line almost around the bar.
Oh, geez.
So when I say around the bar, I don't mean alongside it. I mean, literally, there were people who had to stand where the bartender has to walk out.
Okay. Yeah.
Anyway, so then this woman starts banging on the doors, and she's also not next, right? This woman starts banging on the doors, and she's like, "Come on, hurry it up, hurry it," which is like they can't though. Like you literally can't. There's no.
You just hear inside someone go, "Ooh!"
Yeah, there's no feet of ass.
I'm okay.
Like you can't run.
There's no. That might be my favorite thing you've ever said. There's no feet of ass.
Like someone telling you to hurry doesn't actually change anything in your body.
You just improved my week with that phrase. There's no feet of ass. That's my new. I weirdly needed to hear that, Josh. Oh, yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
And like enough time has passed where I'm like actually starting to need to go a bit more, right? Like I got in line at a very responsible time, and now I'm being like actually pushed to my limit. And I'm also not next.
Now it's urgent for you. It's it's becoming urgent now.
The stakes are getting a little high. It's kind of like how it literally is like how politically if someone they've done studies where about like xenophobia and stuff, and they found that if there's very few of a minority or an immigrant or whatever, people are mostly fine. They're like, oh yeah, whatever. Like everyone is usually at least a very modest level of accepting as long as it's just a few, right? And then once
this
a
is
lot
a hard turn.
No, I'm saying this is what happens though. This is like a political study. They found that anytime someone is in any situation and then they feel outnumbered by anyone who's considered other, that's when they really start to like, quote unquote, show their true colors, right?
Okay, yes.
And was like when I got in this line, I was the most patient, chill dude, whatever. As I also need to go more, I don't even blame the woman that's banging on the doors now. Like now I'm like, go sis, all right? Go off, queen, okay?
You fight the fight.
You fight the good fight. You get the troops through. And so I'm like kind of in this line slowly getting radicalized of like, yeah, what are they doing in there? Because
Yeah.
the line hasn't moved.
You've now been in the chat room. You've now been accidentally recruited by ISIS.
Yeah, because now the line has truly
I
not
piss.
moved.
Josh liked that one.
Now the line is like truly not moving, and I'm realizing how far back in line I am. And so now I'm at a point where even if everything is going well and those people come out of the bathroom immediately and everyone else only spends 20 seconds in the bathroom, which is not likely, no one will have washed their hands. I'm either going to pee myself or get COVID. There's no like in between.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so
either way, your night's about to get worse.
yeah. And so she's banging on the doors and everything. And then, like I said, this one guy got essentially bullied into getting out of the bathroom, right?
Mm-hmm.
Comes out of the bathroom.
Poor guy. The true hero of this story.
Comes out of the bathroom. Doesn't look great. He's still holding his stomach, right?
He's soaked.
He fell in, okay? Is like holding his stomach and calmly walks to a corner of the club and proceeds to just like how's the best way to put this?
Diarrhea.
No.
No.
The story's not gross. Like just in case anyone's listening and they think eventually there's going to be some gross turn, it's not.
Right. But we have gotten back to our roots with stories of bodily functions. You're right. We
never forgot where we came from. And he goes to the corner.
We started at the bottom and now we're here. Yeah, literally.
And the only way I can describe it is he's so smoothly, he's holding his stomach, and he so smoothly passes out.
Oh.
And I've never seen anything like it before because he didn't like collapse. He didn't fall and slam into the ground or slam his head or anything. He literally just like melted where he was standing and he was out, right?
Oh, okay. So he probably was in there just drunk then and not...
He's a little drunk, yeah.
Okay.
But...
he got lost in there?
Yeah, right. You can only go in so many circles. And...
He keeps just trying to put his credit card into things. I don't know. I just want to get another one.
And then someone's like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And then they, run over to him, start like tapping his face a little and then like lifting his head up and, checking, make sure he's not like having a seizure or anything like that. And and then this dude wakes up and immediately, as soon as he wakes up very calmly too. He doesn't wake up like startled.
I was hoping for screaming.
No. This dude wakes up very calmly and he's like, Who are y'all? And then they were like, are you okay? What's your name? Like you passed out, whatever. And he was kind of like,
Who are y'all?
He's like, this dude, okay, this is like...
This man reset.
He's clearly not trying to be rude, but it is like I thought this person may have had amnesia because it's not like it was his friends that came to check on. It was just some people who saw him.
Right. People are just being good Samaritans and just checking on him.
Also, the line to pee is where the line of humanity breaks because as soon as those people stepped out of line
they lose their spot.
Yeah.
Yep.
The people behind them stepped right up. Anyway.
Yep.
And so then he's like, who are y'all? And they're like, hey, what's your name? Like you pass out. And so it's like, oh, I know I passed out. Who are y'all? And they're like, oh yeah, they start introducing themselves and everything. And they're like, can you stand up? He's like, ah.
Listen, we just met. Don't start telling me what to do.
Yeah. They help him up. They call an ambulance, and then they ask him if he was like on a medication or like was it, and he's like, oh, I was in the bathroom. I had some like real bad stomach pain, and somebody just kept banging on the door. So I was like, fine. Like, you need it that bad. Clearly you need it worse than me. Like, this dude's
Jeez.
like very like chill about the whole thing.
Okay.
And then line starts moving a bit. So now I'm like, okay, I'm like being nosy, but at the same time, I'm like getting, a couple,
You guys eye on the prize.
yeah, a
man.
couple steps
Yeah.
ahead in line. Cause now I'm like legs crossed, Now I'm trying to tie the hose off at the end. Okay.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I will say it would have really taken the heat off me if I had pissed my pants and that dude was just standing there passed all the way out. Like, no one's checking for my pants after that, And
Yeah.
and so, we're getting a little closer.
Or he just wakes up and he's like, that guy pissed.
That guy doesn't seem well. And
Who are you and what's he doing?
yeah. And so I finally get in the bathroom, go to the bathroom, and come out. And when I come out, that guy is gone. Like, the people who were talking to him are still there, but the guy's gone. And there's only one line for the bathroom. So now they've put him back in the bathroom, and they've told other people like, hey, there's no like just use the other line, right?
Right.
And luckily, because we're actually using this bathroom, the line is long, but it's not in huge. And then the EMTs come because they called I guess someone called an ambulance as soon as he fell. And so the EMTs come.
Oh, so he fell. Okay.
No, so what I meant when I said he perfectly melted was that he was standing and then he just sort of sat down on his, like, he sort of like slid down the wall and was sitting there. Like, he melted. It's like the smoothest passing out I've ever seen because his back was against the wall and then he slid down on his back until he was sitting on the ground.
I thought I had missed you saying like he had fallen after that, like after you got out of the bathroom, then he fell. I thought I missed something.
No.
Okay.
So
this puddle of a man is.
So now he's back in the bathroom, and the EMTs come, and when the EMTs get there, they're knocking on the door. And he's like, hey, can you give me a minute?
Yeah.
All right. And
he's just got to go, man.
Yeah. And then it's locked. And so at first I thought he locked the bathroom. Like, I'm like, oh no, what if he passes out again? Now it's locked or whatever, right?
Right.
But then it turns out one of his friends was in there with him, I guess, like making sure he didn't pass out again or whatever. And then finally she comes out and then they're like, oh, we're here to check on him. Somebody call, whatever. And then she's like, oh, I think he's fine. I think it's blah, blah. And in my head, I'm like, all right, y'all live your life, but there's no way this person is fine,
Yeah.
And so
they at least need to sit down and drink some water.
Yeah.
At the very least.
And so I think he's a bit embarrassed too, because I was even talking to some friends when this happened. And as he was coming out, they were looking. And I was like, the best thing we can do is not look over there. Like, y'all just continue our conversation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so then he comes out of the bathroom. He goes up there with the EMTs, like leaves the club.
I'd have looked. I wouldn't listen to your friends.
Comes back and comes back, walks up to the bartender, and he's like, hey, the EMTs cleared me, so can I get some ice chips? And he was like, yeah. And he just sat at the bar and chilled.
I was hoping he's gonna be like, the EMT cleared me, give me a daiquiri. Like, I was hoping it's
No. I don't even think they would have served him if the EMTs told them to get him a drink.
This man needs Grey Goose stat.
Yeah. So, yeah, I've noticed that now my attitudes towards bathrooms, people in them when I'm not in them, all this stuff like that is slowly changing. Because I've
Okay.
stayed hydrated. I haven't even reached the goal amount of water on any of these days. I've been doing this since Sunday, and I have not reached on a single day. I haven't been able to drink enough.
Well, you're still training. You're still practicing.
I
can't
don't know
expect to be
how
great
this is
at it
going to
immediately.
happen, dude. It's so much. It's like a gallon.
Yeah.
Ooh. And you see those dudes in the gym with those gallon jugs. I'm just like, how? How is he pounding all that water and eating? Because then you have to eat on top of that.
And eating.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are all things that keep you alive. Yeah.
But you know what I mean, though. It's like,
No, I know.
If you've
I know what you mean.
pounded
I know what you
half a
mean.
gallon of water first,
Right. Yes. Yeah.
and now someone's like, go have breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna be like, I don't even think I can hit the bacon. Like, the bacon's the lightest thing on the plate.
Yeah. I'm here for the smells.
Yeah.
So now, okay. So now you're trying this new thing, and your view on bathrooms is changing. I feel like a theme we've had lately in our episodes. You seem to be in kind of transitional period in life.
I guess so. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're trying to have a stronger bladder.
No, just
and
like
ice powers.
dude.
No.
I mean, as far as the men in my family go, we're not living long.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm just trying to get ahead of a bunch of stuff.
Okay. So, all right. So, okay. Are we feeling our mortality a little bit lately?
I mean, I'm gonna live forever. It's not that serious. But it's
What a weird thing to say right after the men in your family don't do great, and then to be like, "I'm going to what?" What? I got whiplash from that transition you just did. Listen, we tend to die young. I, however, am immortal.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Just generally yes at that, huh?
Yeah. No, I feel pretty good. I want to get a little bit more consistent with the workouts, but I feel like I've been eating really well.
Mm-hmm. Big yawn, well rested.
I've been eating really well, and then I've been more alert. So get ready for me to notice everything. Like, if noticing stuff is what you like about this podcast, get ready for me to hit you with every detail.
The iTunes reviews, 5 stars. These guys notice so much.
Yeah.
This is my favorite, most observant podcast.
Mm-hmm.
5,000 out of 10 jangles.
Mm-hmm.
I love observations.
Yeah.
5 stars.
Also, it is very hard. Now that this is another thing that's happened in the last few days. Now, if I'm late, I just let myself be late because I cannot run with a stomach full of water.
Get that.
I can hear
that
it sloshing.
Yep.
Yeah. It's just, I'm it's like a fishbowl in my belly.
Right.
And I can't, after like 4 steps, I'm like, oof, it's too much movement.
So you're okay. So you're more consistently hydrated and running behind.
Well, I'm saying if I'm late.
Right.
I'm
yeah.
making a point to not be late, but.
Right. Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So I think this is a good change. It's hard to tell right now.
Yeah, it could be. I don't know.
It seems to be making you not feel great.
I feel good unless I try to run out of panic.
Oh, okay.
That's the only time I don't feel good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Being hydrated is the best.
Okay. Well, and it's unfortunate then because you're going to be hydrated, so you're going to feel better physically, but too full to run away from something.
Well, no, I think if something
never know when
came
you're gonna
at
get
me,
chased.
I think I'd just be more accepting.
Of the thing coming at you?
Yeah. Why? What's all this running about?
So, okay, let's say wild animal.
Yeah.
You have a cougar sprinting right at you.
Okay.
But when you're this hydrated,
Yeah.
You're like, listen,
I'm
we're
like,
all God's
hey,
creatures.
I'm glad that a cougar made it all the way in New York City. Are you
Yeah.
serious?
And it is about to get some juicy meat right now.
That cougar really living life.
Yeah. Every cougar should visit New York at least once.
At least once, just to taste it.
Okay. Well, you're the first person I've known who's tried to be more hydrated, and it's weirdly made you accept death more. That's that's a weird.
I mean, when you think about how much water we need to drink just to stay alive. Oof.
What's the point of living?
No, not what's the point of living. Just like, oh, okay, every person is kind of a lot. Like if everyone drank enough water, it'd be like, guys, what are we gonna do here? We're lucky so many people love Mountain Dew.
I don't know, man. Hydrated Josh is kind of a downer.
Well, I'm not being a downer, I don't think. I'm not saying I don't want these people around. I'm just saying like, oh wow, this is a lot. Like you realize how much space you take up when you're getting all your ounces in. Like by the end of if I keep this up by the end of the year, I will have drank a creek.
Oh God. All right. This is an interesting new phase of Josh we're entering. I'm enjoying it. I'm liking it.
Oh, okay.
I'm liking the man who's taking better care of himself, but also just being more over people.
No,
I'm enjoying this.
I enjoy people. No, I do enjoy people. I think people
Our
are
last
great.
several episodes have been about you not really having patience for people anymore.
It's not a whole people thing. It's like the people in the story I don't have patience for.
I'm just saying I'm enjoying curmudgeonly moisturized Josh. I'm enjoying old wet Josh. I'm a big fan of. He's not even looking at me for that one. He's looking down. He doesn't even want to meet my gaze.
Yeah. Yeah, you got it right. Yeah, you're saying true things.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see, he's over me too.
Not over. I don't know what
Right,
this over thing is.
I'm getting to know the new Josh.
It's not new. It's just with water.
No, but I'm not saying just this. I'm saying we've had a little arc going these last few episodes where you're having shifts in attitude and perspective. And I'm not saying it's bad. It's just like it's like I'm getting to learn new things about you, which I enjoy. We've been friends for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm getting to know a newer, slightly grumpier but well-hydrated version. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. How much water do you drink?
I didn't say there wasn't. Huh?
How much water do you drink?
All right, don't come at me now.
No, I'm not coming at you. I'm saying if you had to guess, because I was apparently when you take into account what I'm drinking now, I was drinking none before. I think I had my first sip of water on Sunday in life, according to charts for how much water I should have been drinking this whole time.
If I check the water charts, I am way off.
If I check the water chart, I'm 4 years old. Okay.
Yeah, there's dog years and there's water years.
Mm-hmm.
In water years, I'm a baby. I don't know. I feel like I have days where I do a really good job of staying hydrated, and then days where I know I do really, really bad. Like I know you're not a coffee guy, but when you take that like late morning piss and it smells exactly like coffee, you know you need to drink some water. You know that's an issue.
Yeah. See, I'm not a coffee guy at all. Like,
yeah.
I don't know if I'll ever drink coffee.
That's a signifier when you do that and you'd be like, Logie needs some water because I just pissed Folgers. So
I remember one time.
Sorry for talking about piss so much, everybody.
I remember one time. In college, there was this kid in my suite. I think it was freshman year.
Ooh, you're sweet. Ooh la la.
It's not a. We only call it a suite because they call it a suite. And we all
Spelled
shared.
wrong.
Yeah, we all shared a bathroom. And there was this one time this kid went in and forgot to flush. And then someone went in after him and they were like, oh my gosh, said his name. And he was running back because he realized he forgot to flush. And he was like, oh, I'm so sorry. That's so gross and everything. And the guy was like, no, I'm worried about, are you sick?
The water's green. Are you okay?
Are you are you doing one of those things where you let them experiment on you for $1,500? Because
Yeah. Dude, you hard up for money?
if not, you need to go to a hospital now.
Yeah. I don't know why the water in the toilet's fuchsia right now. I
Yeah.
don't know if you're okay.
Take a cup of this as a sample because, sir, you dead. Okay. That's my favorite. We used to do that all the time. Anytime somebody
Used to do what?
we used to do a thing if anyone seemed sick or if anyone did a thing that was like a little bit gross, like but it would be to them like, oh, you dead.
Okay. I didn't. I thought you were gonna be like, we used to give them cups of their own urine to take as a sample. That's why I went.
Never answered the question.
What question?
How much water do you think you drink?
No, I did. I couldn't give you like an estimation. I feel like some days I feel like I'm pounding water, especially if I'm out doing stuff or if I'm working or whatever, like especially if I'm subbing or whatever, I feel like I'm drinking water all day. I know when I have days where I'm at home just like working on stuff, like on the computer, like editing the show and stuff like that. That's where I know I don't always do great. I couldn't tell you amounts, but
Well,
I'm sure on my bad days it's probably shockingly low.
Well, I'm starting a water club. Okay.
Okay, the Josh Johnson Water Club.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about it. I'll join. I'll get in the water club. Let's do this. Let's both get better at being hydrated. I will join you in this journey.
Okay, so the first thing that we do is we all wear white robes, okay?
Wow, starting off culty, you're not even hiding it.
Yeah, but
Usually the cult stuff is once you get to like step 4 or 5, they sneak it in there. You are starting right away. This is my club. Anyway, we all wear robes.
We all wear robes. We all buy
I get
the
to have
same
sex with everyone's
sneakers,
wives.
Okay.
We all get the same sneakers.
And
We worship a toilet.
First of all, how dare you? Okay. It's not a toilet. It's a porcelain lord. All right.
It is a throne. Yeah. It is our King of Kings.
I just think it would be cool to start a little club. Maybe people pay some dues. Like throw in like $50 a week, and
God, you can't
it'll
help
take care
it.
of-
You can't help but turn this into a cult. I keep being like, yes, let's start the club, and the next thing you say is immediately a cult or scam.
Yeah.
Immediately.
No. It's not. There's no scam here. The $50
You just
goes
said you
towards your robe. All right.
Okay, so now we've just started a robe company.
Yes.
This is someone starting a cult because they got a lot of robes they got to get rid of. Listen, I got left. My business shut down. I got boxes of robes. What can we do? Oh, I know. Worship a lizard. Let's do it.
Yeah. That's my favorite thing about when you
The
start
backdoor cult.
when you start karate or something, how there's so much gear that they try to hawk on you immediately.
Immediately you got to buy. Yeah.
And it's so funny because someone will end up spending like $600, and I can't remember who it was. There was a guy. Maybe it was when I was at the grocery store. It was in Chicago, and he was telling me about how he had started karate, and he really was built like Dwight from The Office. So every time I see Dwight from The Office do karate, it makes me think of that dude because they built exactly the same. And he decided to take on karate very late in life. Okay. This dude took on the punching one late in life. Like jujitsu makes sense at any time because it's not about Like it's barely even about strength. It's more about leverage, right?
Right.
And
yeah.
so, and it was made for people who weren't strong. So that one makes sense to me. But karate
yeah.
is like, you're not even nimble. You're just going to be kicking
Right.
shins.
So, hey, sometimes that'll get you out of a situation.
I
Good shin
guess.
kick.
Have you ever kicked someone?
Yeah.
Like you've kicked someone to hurt them?
No, I guess like not in like a real. I mean, I probably did when I was a kid, but you know, because when you're a kid, man, kicking's that's just communicating.
Dude, kicking hurts so much. It hurts so much that I think if he had kicked someone in the shin, I don't think he'd be able to run away. I think they both limp in the same direction.
Well, yeah, that's like when you see certain like fights, like UFC fights or whatever, and someone will just kick someone in the leg, and that's supposed to be just like I'm just kicking you in the leg, and everyone seems fine with it. But I'm like, that looked like a reason I would quit the fight.
Can I tell you? I don't.
Just like,
I
no,
remember,
I'm done. He kicked me very hard. We're done. Towel.
I don't
We're done.
remember what fight card it was, but when I tell you, there's a moment of that exact thing happening where this guy kicked another dude in the shin, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then took a step back to like, make another move, kick him again, whatever. This guy that got kicked to the shin spun around like a ballerina and then landed on his back, and the fight was over. This dude got kicked, fully spun on one foot.
Spun from the bottom too. That's a hard spin.
Spun on the ball of his other foot, and then went down, and then the fight was over. And I was like, that checks out for me. That does.
Did he just drop and he was just like, no? Or did he get kicked in the shin so hard he passed out?
No, the ref was like, clearly this person is done. Anyone who spins after they get hit, I think the fight is over. Whether it's a punch or a kick, even if it's a pluck, if you spin, I think you're done.
It's like in certain video games where you can tell you've killed an enemy when they finally like do like a ragdoll animation. You know, they just go like burp and fall over. It's that in real life too. If they ragdoll, it's over.
Dude, well, that spin was tight. That wasn't a ragdoll. This man spun like he was born to do it.
He got kicked so hard he became a dancer.
Dude, this dude spun like he left his dancing shoes at home. Like he spun like he was good at it. And I don't know. Yeah, that for me, kicking is oof. But anyway, this dude started taking karate classes, and he couldn't go.
Wait, which dude?
The guy built like Dwight. The guy that
Okay.
when I was in Chicago.
We had a little detour about kicks. I forgot who we were talking about. Yes.
And so
I'm back.
So then he said, and I'll never forget this. He was like, this whole thing, I was never going to make fun of him because I liked him and because I understand his willingness to do it.
And this means Josh is about to make fun of him.
But basically, he was telling me, oh, that's what it was. Yes, it was at the grocery store. It was at the grocery store. This is because I remember this whole thing happening and me just wanting to walk away from the situation because he was talking to me because I was cleaning up for the night, right? Like we're closed and I'm cleaning and they stay to make sure we don't get robbed, whatever, right? So anyway, he's telling me all this stuff while I'm cleaning. So I've already like got a lot to do and he just walking around talking to me. And then this dude is like, yeah, so I started taking karate classes because I got mugged and it perked up my, like, now I'm paying attention. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. And he was like, nah, it was 4 years ago. And I was like, okay, a little late to. And like I said, he already not built well, okay? So then
for 4 years later to finally be like, wait, I could have.
Yeah, wait, I could have hurt myself a different way.
Yeah.
And so then he goes, they have him buy pads, they have him buy gi, they have him buy his belt, they have him buy these like I can't remember what it was, but he also bought the like practice weapons you would use, which are really just novelty things. So he bought like nunchucks and he bought like, but this is all stuff that's like never going to be used in life.
Look at someone being judgmental about someone buying nunchucks.
But
got
I
weirdly
know,
judgmental all of a sudden. Oh, something you'll never use in life. Interesting.
I know. Okay. Anyway, so then basically,
yeah, move past it.
Basically, this dude is like telling me about this. A couple weeks later, he's on the same shift and I'm cleaning up again. And I ask him how his karate's going. And he's like, I haven't been able to go because of my schedule. So I basically like gave them all this money and they haven't taught me anything yet, you know, and they were hawking it all on me and stuff. And like, I basically just got robbed without them ever laying a hand on me. I lost more when I got mugged. So I guess when he got mugged, it was like $300 in his wallet. And when he when he started karate classes, it was $600.
Right. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. He mugged himself now.
Hey, I know I never do this.
Sure.
But would you want to open up the mailbag?
Oh, damn, hard shift. Sure. Let me get it. I was about to do that. Yeah. We did get several emails about people's sequels to our porta potty serial killer movie.
Look,
I think we should save them.
We should save them, but it's coming.
Well, here's what I'm thinking. Next week, you and I will be together in Minneapolis, and I think that will be a great time for us to go through those. So that one of our next episodes will be us combing through the sequels. I haven't really looked at them yet either, but I'm excited to get in there because we've gotten quite a few from people. Let me find. Well, okay, here is one from our friend Sierra, who has come out to live shows and stuff too. But this one is a philosophical query.
Okay.
That's the title of it. Hello, my funnies. Been getting really into philosophy, and I wanted to ask you both. What is a better feeling? A continuous feeling of being content or a relief from pain? I feel like a relief from pain is the greatest feeling in the world, which is why comedy is my favorite art form. Parentheses, fighting it out with music. A good laugh when you're feeling shitty is the best feeling. Go as deep as you want with this question, not trying to bring up any trauma. Love you guys so much, Sierra. P.S. Logan, I was 100% serious when I said when you guys were in Philly that you're fucking hilarious and the world needs your stand-up. Don't deprive us. Oh, thank you. That was a very polite way to demand clips. That was a very
get on.
That was a very
Run
that was the
me my
sweetest way
jokes.
to say, hey, would you fucking put out a clip, Logan?
All right.
Good Lord.
Ain't nobody
That was a very
playing
sweet
with
way
you.
of doing that.
Okay.
No, that's what I need. That's the push I needed, Sierra. It was a good little neg.
Yeah.
Is what I needed.
Go ahead and rob this dude of jokes, okay?
So, what do you think about that? This is an interesting question. A continuous feeling of being content or a relief from pain?
For me, it's a continuous feeling of being content, but I think that for the people who come to the show and enjoy the comedy, it's a relief from pain, if that makes sense. Because I think if it's a relief from pain and you're a comedian, life is much harder on you. Because you can't always be doing comedy and because sometimes your comedy brain isn't working in a way that you feel fulfilled with what you're writing and saying and talking about. And then if it is the other way around where it's like you are content with what you're doing and it's what helps you consistently stay content, that sounds more like what artists live like.
Well, but see, I don't think it's just asking it as just an artist queer. I think just generally of even outside of comedy, you know, which is better, just like because you know, when I first read the question, at first I was like, oh well, a continuous feeling of content. Like when you think about having like a good day where just nothing feels wrong, those are good. But then I also think about like when I'm having like a really really bad day or really really dark period, and then something makes me laugh until I cry, like that high is almost unmatchable. You know what I mean? You almost can't compare anything else to that feeling of when you were at like a really, really low, dark point and then something tickled your brain so perfectly. You know, so I know I brought it back to comedy anyway, but you know, like, so I'm kind of torn a little bit.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I think that for me, since that's the scope that I do everything through, that's why my answer was my
No, I
answer.
know.
Because like,
I think you were right with that too.
yeah, I think I that's how I see it. Because you'll also find people who comedy doesn't do it for, in the way of like, I'm willing
Something
to go to
else.
a show a bunch of times, you know?
Right, yeah. Well, I think a continuous feeling of contentment would make for a very good life, would make for a good, happy life. But those peaks amongst the valleys are really, really great.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's one of those things too of like you don't notice a negative. Like you don't notice like, oh, I don't have back pain right now. You don't notice that. But when you have back pain and then you suddenly don't, shit.
Yeah.
That's like doing heroin. You know what I mean? So it's like
Yeah.
This is a great question because it's kind of a chicken and egg situation a little bit.
It is. It is very much.
Because to find like true contentment, you almost have to go through shit first. So if you're just totally content, will you become numbed by it? If you're so hydrated, will you forget what it was like to not have to piss all the time?
Maybe.
Were you happier? Were you happier being? I mean, honestly, this is actually perfectly on theme. Didn't even mean to. But in the beginning, you talked about it was almost better not being hydrated because you weren't running to the bathroom constantly.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
big question. I think it's a big question.
I feel like I'm happier now. And I'm at least more aware now because I'm not tired from being dehydrated.
Right. Fair.
Thanks so much for listening to the Josh Johnson Show. Thank you so much for writing in and asking us this question. We're probably going to bring it up again because this is a lot to think about. And it was, I'm still thinking about it in a way, but I don't have anything new to say. I'm so thankful for everyone for listening. We had a great time recording. I hope you had a great time listening. If you are looking to catch up with us on any of the socials, you can find me at Josh Johnson Comedy on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. We're going to be posting clips of the show. And if you're looking for Logan,
my internet went patchy for a second, so I missed the end of that last part, but I heard you toss it to me. You can follow me on Instagram at Logan M. Nielsen. And if you want to get in the mailbag to either send us your spec scripts or your philosophical queries, you can send those to joshjohnsonshow@gmail.com. You can also leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. Not only will we read them, but we greatly appreciate it, and it really helps us on that platform. And if you want some other nonsense from us, these weekly episodes just aren't enough, and you think, man, I really would like more of these guys' great observations because that's what I come here for. You can go to our Patreon, patreon.com/Josh Johnson Show. We have a bunch of shit there. And next week, Josh and I will be performing at Acme Comedy Club in Minneapolis, Minnesota, November 17th through 19th. I believe 5 shows total. I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be fun. And if you're in the area, you should come out, see the show, say hi to us afterwards. We love meeting all of y'all.
thank you so much for listening, and y'all have a great rest of the week into the weekend. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. It really supports the channel. Hit the bell notification because apparently it's the only way YouTube will tell you that something happened. And just tell a friend. That's the biggest thing you could do. Just tell one person in your life that you like, maybe you don't like, that this video happened to you.
We release the podcast every Thursday on all the podcast apps, so you should find us there and subscribe on those and comment and leave reviews and whatever on all of them. And also, if you want bonus stuff, you can join our Patreon, patreon.com/Josh Johnson Show. We have bonus podcasts and videos and stuff there, and we'd love to see you